You are listening to the Park Flyer Podcast, where we discuss our RC adventures.
Welcome to the Park Flyer Podcast, where we discuss the ups and downs of the new RC Flyer. Join your hosts, Michael and Jay, as they take flight at the park. Now on with the show.
Everybody, welcome to the Park Flyer Podcast. I'm Michael from Arizona. With me always are my good friends.
Jay from the hills of Texas.
And Shannon G. and Mesa AZ.
And welcome once again to our podcast. We appreciate your patronage and always appreciate our listeners. Just a note, I will tell you, was cleaning some stuff up and kind of doing some research, and France has now surpassed Canada as the number 2 podcast listening group in the world for our podcast. It's crazy.
France. Interesting.
So, yeah, France beat them out by about 2,500 listens or something. So it's pretty amazing. And we are closing in on, it was crazy. Closing in on some numbers, big numbers there. So we're excited about that. And as we get kind of wrapping up the end of this season, it's hard to believe that we're coming into our 9th year. So we're excited about that. And if you haven't already, go to our Facebook listeners group at the Park Flyer Podcast listeners group on Facebook. And then if you are a YouTube guy, jump out onto our YouTube channel and subscribe. We're getting more subscribers all the time. I get the little notifications that we get 2 or 3 or 4, pretty much weekly. So that's good.
We're going to break in Belgium any day now.
Yes.
We're going to be huge there. It's going to be gangbusters.
Actually, we do have some listeners in Belgium. Europe is not too far.
Yeah. Yeah.
Double their numbers.
The one that I know, the one that gets me is there is a really obscure island off the Philippines or somewhere, and we have like a guy there that listens to us. So if you're that guy, thank you very much. But
is it that island where they kill you if you try to get on it? Is it that
I
one?
don't know.
Oh,
It's just I had to look it up, and it was like, what the heck is this? Because I can break it down. I can see all the metrics for it. So, well, this is the end. This is coming out in the middle of November, but Black Friday is right around the corner. I know that if you are on our listeners group, on Facebook listeners group, normally we send out some, some sales. So we try to keep kind of abreast of that. We've got, thanks to Nick Turner over in North Carolina, he is constantly sending us some good deals for Black Friday, and we do appreciate him and all the work that he does in chasing some of that down. So I know that there are several items that I've already started looking at. Unfortunately, one of them is not in the RC world. Well, kind of is. It's the 3D printers have started coming out, and now that I own one, I'm already looking for some new additions. So,
the monster we've created. So sorry.
Well, I'm trying to do some 3D printing stuff for my RC models, so that's makes it even more of a reason to get another one. So there you go. So yeah, stay tuned for, or actually look out if you see Black Friday, sale that you'd like to tell us about, shoot us an email at the parkflyerpodcast@gmail.com or put it on our Facebook listeners group, and we appreciate it. So having said that, this coming up weekend is the Jet Rally at your place, Shannon.
Well, not my house, but yeah, my club. So.
The after parties at your house.
Yeah, it is.
In your backyard.
We're going to have Diplo. I mean, it's going to be EDM festival in my backyard. Whoever can fit in there. I don't know.
Your wife's a good
All
one.
4 of you. He lives here.
All 4 of them.
Yeah, it's the 35th annual Arizona Jet Rally, so 35 years.
That's hard to believe.
We're expanding to 4 days. We've done 4 days in the past. Hadn't done it for a while, but Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Sunday's usually kind of slow, but we're really excited. I am the co-CD, so I've been working on a lot of things. We actually have this amazing promotional support we've gotten from all over the RC spectrum. Horizons chipped in, Banana Hobby, Hobby Wing, I forget. The list goes on. It's huge. We got BBM. All the players in the jet world are really chipping in for it. So we're really excited. Paul from Zap Glue is always he'll be there actually as a vendor and a sponsor. So talking about 3D printing, kind of letting a little cat out of the bag. But one of the kind of the gimmicks that Bob Ruff, the CD's been promoting is everyone who is coming to the jet rally gets a turbine.
Very nice.
And what it is I don't know if I'm sure you know, Mike, they have the 3D printed kind of demos of all the different turbines.
Yep.
So you can fit it in your plane before you actually put the thing in there. So
Correct.
he's printed up like 60 different sizes. He's got like from the P40, I don't forget all the different ones. He's just throwing one in everyone's little goodie bag. And if you're from Arizona, we actually call them Ladmo bags because there was a TV show we grew up with called the Wallace and Ladmo Show, and they gave away Ladmo bags to all the kids.
Right.
So if you lived here up until the late 80s, that was like it's part of your life. But we've got that. They're just stuffed full of stuff. So I mean, literally, it's just all kinds of stuff. Of course, my good friend Eddie Ayala is going to be printing up the shirts, and we're bringing back the ever popular Flame Out Freddy. I remember the old plastic model kits. It's got the logo of it's like a guy holding like a furnace or not furnace, a torch and he's kind of goofy looking. So we're having him on the shirt, and we're not too worried about copyright because it's not really something that's it's probably in public domain by now as long as it's still around. But Eddie's printing those up this week, and we'll have those on site. Definitely Thursday. Usually he come participate for the whole weekend. He's a jet guy too, but his band is busting up. They got 2 gigs at the Whiskey A Go Go next weekend, so he kind of has to fly in, drop the shirts off, and fly out. So kind of a bummer.
Wow, that is kind of a bummer.
Yeah, but we're really excited. I mean, 35 years of having this event. We only have the one drawback. We're a little, we're still getting the roof fixed. That turned into a little bit more than we expected with permits and things like that. But we still have power. We have a new food vendor. I got a new hot dog food vendor that we're gonna debut this week, and they're looking forward to it. So Katie from MF Coffee, she'll be out Friday and Saturday. So really excited about it. I wish I had a new jet to bring out. I kind of do. I have my P8. I haven't brought that out really for any events yet. So my P8 Poseidon, the Motion AL37, but I'm really excited to get that up in the air. Of course, my L39 will maybe we can fly together. Even though mine's like the little guy compared to yours. Mine's big, but yours is big.
Bigger.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Hopefully, I can have this thing done. I'm running out of time between the days are clicking off, and I'm trying to get this finished. So,
say Shannon, did you see that F-15 he sent out to us? I think he sent us a text. Did you see that F-15?
Oh yeah, F-15? No. Well, I told you I bought 3 of them, and then I woke up, from the dream. But
yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, but you got 2 of those on order, right? You have.
Yeah, I was expecting to hear that.
I just bought one for each one of us. I just bought one for all.
There you go.
That's fair. Yeah, I appreciate it.
That's fair. Seems
now
fair.
I just got to sell my car to buy the power system and
all the
radio
other trailer to go with it.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, it's kind of an inside joke, but I sent an email out that Skymaster is coming out with a 1/5 scale F-15. So that is basically, about the size of my truck. So
it looked like it was 15 feet long or so.
Yeah, I think it's a little more than 12 or 13 feet. I think they're right at 13 feet long.
What turbines would you fly that with? Like,
well, it requires 2,
right?
And you would have to fly with either the 210s. I think would be that would be okay, but then I think probably the 280s, I think, or 270s or whatever the next size up. So there is limited space back there, if you're sticking 2 of those turbines back there. But I think you could get away with. I think they test flew it. The video I sent you was a test film, I think, on twin 210s. So but that's still pretty crazy. a huge airplane. I think a guy standing next to it, and his head is only up to the cockpit, and the rest of the airplane is sticking up.
Is there a price on it? I mean, I don't know if
not yet.
Not yet.
No.
So if you have to ask, it doesn't really
yes,
matter.
pretty much. Well, I'm assuming that they're having to compete. Skymaster is still having to compete with like BBM, and so BBM has got some 1/5 scale F-16 and the F-18 and stuff that have kind of minimum pricing for the kids, and so I think Skymaster a little bit more detailed, and I think their gear. I know their gear for the F-16 is way beefier and it's hydraulic and stuff. So they may have a little bit more involved in it, so it may be a little bit more, but I think it's pretty comparable.
Got to run an APU on that thing.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, almost you would think. Yeah, you put a little P40 in there for an APU.
Yeah,
it's pretty crazy, but yeah, it was pretty exciting. I watched it fly, but the good and bad about it is that the F-15 is one of those huge airplanes that even though it's going really super fast, it looks like it's going slow because it's so massive.
Right.
It's not like an F-16 that looks really fast. And with this one as big as it is, I mean, that thing was moving, but it just kind of lollygagged, it was just the size was massive. So, but I've always loved the F-15, and it was kind of something that I was watching, and then they came out with the videos, and I was like, woohoo, they're coming out with a huge one. So it is very, very big. And I think Tomahawk has the L39 XXXL, so that one is also
XXXL.
Yeah,
Batman series.
They actually have it sitting next to a smart car, and it's bigger than the smart car.
Wow. It's the big and tall version.
I asked my wife if I could have it. I showed her a picture of it, and the guy had it all together, and I was like, hey, can I have this? And she's like, oh, how much is that? And I started laughing. I said, well, how much can you give me? She's like, well, how much is it? And I said, well, what would you think this thing cost? And she said, well, I don't know, probably $100,000. And I was like, wow, my wife just like knocked that out of the ballpark. But it wasn't.
Absolutely correct.
No.
You're absolutely correct.
That's what I said. I was like, yes, ma'am. That's exactly what I would need, But I think all up, it's like 78 or 80,000, So I was like, it's close, but I wouldn't spend that much,
Well, the others for the trailer you need to haul it with.
Right. That's what I said too. I'd have to get a new trailer. But Barry's already hitting me up. He wants to buy my trailer, and then I can buy a new trailer for the F-15. And,
what a friend.
Yeah. Although he did send me the caveat that said you can't jack up the price of the trailer to cover the cost of the F-15.
Yeah.
I was like, why? You would. Anyway, so yeah, we're excited. Both Barry and I will be at the Jet Rally this coming week, so we're excited about that. Like I said, my Sparrow definitely can fly. The L39. I have a landing gear problem, and I have that light off, and I'm trying to rush through and get it, and it's just taking forever. So if I can't get it done, I'm kind of stuck with just one. But I think Barry's bringing out the F-18, so it'll be a good show. That it's always a great flying airplane. It looks really good in the air. So
I thought
we're excited.
He had crashed that or something.
That was a while ago. He's already got a new one that's got two
that's why. Okay.
So, yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he had something let loose or something. He did a couple of different things. The very first one that he had, the motor blew up. It was a 310 or something like that, and it ruptured and blew a hole inside the airplane, and he kind of dead sticked it in, and then got that fixed and went back out, and something locked out. He had some lockout, and it kind of did a little thing upstairs and came down, and he thought he had it, and he went to go pull out, and it just boom, went right in the ground. So not quite sure what disconnected there, but so he wound up buying a new airframe and then just transferred all his stuff over into the new one. So he actually got a twin, so worked out.
Hey, so speaking of big aircraft, I can see a Cessna sitting behind you with its wings up.
Yeah, you can. It's back there. It's slowly getting there. Before we leave and talk about that for the Electric Festival, where do they go to register for the Jet Rally?
It is on our website, www.azmodelaviators.com, and then just click on the events and it goes to the jet rally. And I think it's probably open. I'll have to check with Bob, but either up until Sunday, I think, and then we just do on site after that.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's
so if you
$60
haven't registered already,
it's a little higher than it's been in the past, but we've got a lot of stuff that you're getting. We have, like I say, a gazillion raffle prizes.
Yep, that's
and
perfect.
freebies.
We won't let it. We won't let the cats out. Too many cats out of the bag. But anyway. So yeah, if you haven't done so, go register for the Jet Rally, and we'll see you there this weekend or this week, I guess. And so Jay, you mentioned yes, the airplane in my background. I don't know if you can see it right over there. Perfect.
Yep, you see it now.
There. It is already in the process of being put back together. So,
yay!
I think AK Mike was talking to me about it the other day, and I think we have pulled out, or he asked me how much wire I've pulled out of it. And it's about 2 pounds worth of wire.
Well,
I probably have at least 50.
What that's about.
So you gotta love Big Mike, and the airplane has sat for a long time, and Mike has got some seriously good building skills, where he puts really intricate stuff together, but he is infatuated, he was in love with these extensions. He just had so many extensions put in this airplane. They were stuffed everywhere. And I'd go to pull a wire out and it wouldn't come out. And I'd look in there and there'd be an extension, like a 3.5-inch extension in there. And I'd be like, where does this go? So I'd pull that one out, and then I'd pull wires and there's another extension and it's like a 6-inch extension. From the back to the front, there was it was like just down the wing. I think each wing had like 3 or 4 extensions going from the elevator, from the aileron and the flaps, and then through the airplane around. But I highly suspect it's because a lot of these wires are going through very tiny spots, and I'm thinking that it was just easier to rather than feed it, he just took one end and the other end and stuck them together. But a lot of them were not connected. They were just put. Yeah, they were not
the problem with those
clipped. Things. They were just put together. So, of course, I'm the king of what my buddy Scott Berryman and I were talking, and he was telling me about it. And he's like, well, you're the king of clean is what he called me. And because he's like, you want everything to be just, perfectly in line. And I said, yeah. So I basically pulled all of the wiring out of the Cessna and all of the lighting wire out. I redid all the lighting wire. It's got a brand new Unilight system on it. They're all wide together where they need to be wide, and they're custom wiring harnesses. And so rather than just have these, plugs that you plug into the basically from the wing to the fuselage, there's actually custom wiring harnesses. And it's the same custom harness that I did for the L-39. So it's all auto grade, automobile grade stuff, and big pins that go in together. They cover a lot of surface area. So, and it's real strong, and if there's a problem, you just release it and redo it again. So the lights are back working, and then I did fire up the radio yesterday and got it where the tail section. I haven't put the wings on it yet because I'm still making the harness, but the tail section's all raring to go, and the nose wheel steering works, and the lights are all set. So once I get the wings where they can accept the custom wiring harness, that should be the last few items before I start putting the interior back in, which is quite a puzzle to begin with, with all that stuff. Yeah, all of those gold bricks weigh a ton.
Yeah,
I know, literally. So that kind of brings us to our episode kind of thing here is to kind of the preview of the Arizona Electric Festival that's going to be held in February of 2024, which is just around the corner. I'm hoping that if everything goes right, I can debut the Cessna again at the Arizona Electric Festival. So we're excited about that.
So awesome. Yeah, I'm really excited. So this is the 20th anniversary. So we're hitting a milestone with it this year.
Yeah, that is a milestone.
And I've been talking with Bob. Bob Ruff was one of the original founders of it, and it's been through different hands. And of course, I've had it for the last, I forget how many years I've had it. At least
the last 8.
Yeah, probably solid 6 or 8 of them. So, but this year we're looking really good. as far as sponsors, everyone's kind of coming back on board that I've talked to already. We're gonna have again new food vendor. Actually, I have a couple of food vendors this time. I've been speaking with a couple other ones. There's a Ma's Kitchen that they recently just did the Southwest Heli Rodeo out here in Superior, cool. And they're going to come out. So we're going to have at least two, because we usually have a pretty good crowd, at least on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So and then we're just doing Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We're not adding a fourth day or anything like that. So the 2nd through the 4th, and for the I haven't opened pre-reg yet. I'm getting ready to, probably if not today, over the weekend, probably on Monday. First 40 people that pre-reg are going to get, I'm showing it on the screen, I don't know if I can see it, is a AEF pin. Yeah, they're pretty sweet. And then I ordered some more of the decals, the pre-cut decals. I got those coming, so I'm trying to again start the Ladmo bags that we like to give to do. So a little enticement to get pre-regs. But the thing, like, hopefully you'll have that plane ready. I'll have a little tribute for Mike, and we want to kind of. I'm getting with whoever I can to say, hey, can you bring out something that you brought at an AEF years ago? And maybe kind of show the evolution of where we came from. I want somebody to bring something out. I don't care if it's still powered by like NICADs, but maybe bring out a plane that's got if you got one that's flying, it's got brushed motor, what the heck, just bring it out. We'll do a little demo with that, just kind of the evolution of it, as we always do our big noon show on Saturday, which is always huge. And I just said, you better have that big plane ready. Am I going to come over there and we've been talking, we got to get together and do that. But we're going to try to get some more. I know FR Sky was talking with Flex Innovations at an event back east, and Flex Innovations used to be a really big sponsor of ours, but because they used to have a West Coast warehouse, which was here in the Valley, and then they moved everything back east. So it wasn't like they left. Bad news, just we moved, and it's hard to do that. So, but we've been talking on just like Facebook messages, and they're going, yeah, maybe we should come back to the AEF. So I'm hoping, they kind of jump on the bandwagon and start bring new planes out. Or talking the Motion again, see if there's something new coming out with them. They just debuted like a big 90 mil, their version of like the Viper, like the Vulcan or whatever, the Rebel or whatever it's called. But there's always usually something on the horizon with them, and Banana Hobby is always a big sponsor. We'll hopefully see them, which I know we will, just because I talked to all those guys. So we're Horizon Hobby. Allie's planning on coming out, but we've got other local guys that are team pilots that'll be a big part of it too. So
I think the Horizon guys will be there. I think
Tony and James and John, John Gerhardt, all the good guys.
The airplane you're looking for is the Zeus.
The Zeus, that's right. Yeah,
it looks a lot like a Bandit, like a BB Bandit.
Yeah, but so I've seen them, and
it's
then
an 8-cell setup as well, so it's pretty fast. Yeah.
Looking forward to seeing that. I'm sure someone will bring one out anytime soon.
Yeah.
And then I'm trying to think what else. There was something else I was going to bring up, and I just totally went.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
Start talking about the Zeus.
Nah, it's okay.
You were talking about sponsors, and that you had some guys that were coming to do something.
Yeah, so I was talking about the Free Sky guys also coming out, Steve from Free Sky. And I've been, slowly moving over towards Free Sky. Almost every new plane I do, I've been putting the Free Sky setup in it. I'm really happy with it so far. So
cool.
I'm going to try to transition my big L39 so that all of my jets I'm flying at AEF are all Free Sky, using the Free Sky radio. So
very nice.
Nothing wrong with Horizon. Love Horizon, but just trying something new, and I've been pretty happy with it.
Yeah.
Who else was it? There was somebody else I was talking to. It'll come to me, but yeah, we're just so excited to get this 20th anniversary one going, and again, just nostalgia. We want to have some fun. We're gonna, like when we're doing the noon show, we'll play old songs. Kind of through the years. 2 decades, 2 decades worth.
So are you looking for airplanes that, like I have one that nobody makes anymore, and I don't even know if you could find it, but I haven't flown it in a long time, and let's see if I can see it right Oh, you can't tell. There's an
see it.
airplane sitting in front of it.
Is it the
There's a
Puma? Is it Puma? Pluma?
That's it. Pluma is right
Pluma.
there, and
Okay.
that's not the one. It's the one behind it. The one behind it is a Funfly P-51.
Ooh.
Oh,
that had a geared motor on it.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's made out of that styrofoam. You know, the Jay remembers that because I got it many, many years ago, and it is still in pristine condition. Matter of fact, I think I converted it over to a different battery and maybe a different motor. So it flies kind of fun. So it's a fun fly airplane. I don't think you can find those anymore, but
got that grindy,
I still have it.
Gear grinding sound when it flies.
It did, when it flies, that little gear and it makes that noise.
Yeah.
But I might have to throw that in there. Make sure one of these days I can get that thing down, and it kind of sits up there as just as kind of something to look at. But I can pull it down and see if I can get it running.
You should finish up your GWS. One of your GWS planes.
I do. I have one of those too.
You have an EDF.
I do.
That you've been working on. So
I have an A4.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be fun.
It's a GWS A4 that was done in Australian Navy colors.
Oh wow. Okay.
So I painted it all, and as long as I have all the parts, Jay packed that up for me, so I'd have to go over there and make sure everything is packed. Yeah, when we moved, he was just packing a bunch of stuff.
If the parts are
no, I know exactly where it is.
Oh, okay.
You put it in a box and it's sitting right on my shelf, so I just have to pull it apart. But yeah, when I get this Cessna, that's my main concern is the Cessna. So when I get that Cessna as clean as a whistle and I'm ready to go, then I can clear this table that's behind me off, which is where all the wiring harnesses and all the electronics are sitting on this table. So,
and
then
I know our good buddy Barrett Hockhouse. He's going to have a couple of new creations ready by AEF. Nice. He had some that he took up to the Remote Possibilities. I think that's the one. Or the St. George event a few months ago. He took but he didn't have the best success. But he's always got another plane on the drawing board. And I always throw, kind of like with you, Jay sends me little videos all the time. And I always love getting a little chuckle out of them or whatever. Sure. But I always send Barrett just random aircraft out of history that forgotten. Like we're all familiar with the Douglas DC-3 C-47, right?
Yeah.
Well, they made a DC-5. It was kind of a high wing tricycle gear, but it just never, because it came out right when the war started. They just kept building the 47s because they were already set up, ready to go. They were easy to build. The 5 was a little bit more hassle. But if you remember, Barrett's got that RB-1 Conestoga, which was like the first kind of cargo plane, with the tail, the tail ramp and everything. It is kind of like in that vein. So I'm like, hey Barrett, here's something for you. So
that's cool.
He's like, I'll see what I can do. He says, I might do that.
It's amazing how you can just send him a model and he can just kind of.
Oh, he prints out. Yeah, I mean, I've been to a shop. He prints out, whatever he's going to print and make in that size, and he gets chunks of foam out, and starts carving and shaping, and he's just a genius. It's just so fun to watch, and then he gets so excited about it, and then I go over there and I can set the power system for it, and it's a lot of fun.
Very cool.
So
that's very cool. So
and
well, we're getting excited. I think Jay is coming out this year, and Alaska Mike is going to be here too. I think he said he was coming. We're going to bring the motorhome out and provide security again. I think got vacation during that time.
Nice.
The dates of it once again,
the 2nd through the 4th of February, the first weekend of February.
Okay.
But 2024, of course.
Yep.
And we are. I'm just so excited, and I'm always looking for more. If anybody wants to debut something, or they just want more information about the event, you can go on the website, www.arizonamodelabs.com, and AEF's on there. I'm able to contact. I'll probably have a little more free time this year too to run things, because I won't unless I decide to change my mind in the next 24 hours. I won't probably be even on the board this year. I've fulfilled my civic duty for I did 2 terms,
You did
4
your
years
part.
as president. Yeah, and then
That's
the
it, yeah.
follow-up year as a board member. I'm like, I might take a little step back, but I don't know. We'll see. Actually, something kind of popped up. One of our existing officers is having some trouble. I'm like, and I don't know if he's gonna like continue doing his thing. So I might be like, oh, maybe I'll go for that and just help
member at large kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or you mean in his spot?
In his spot, we'll see.
Yeah,
I haven't decided yet. But I can be careful because I'm running the elections this year. So I don't want people to think I'm like stuffing the ballot box or anything, or
Well, this is Arizona.
This is Arizona. Yeah, I was going to say.
It's shenanigans.
That's what you guys do.
Well, that's just on a totally different topic, man. So we got to cut it.
Arizona.
We got to throw the curtain on that one.
Yeah.
So, well, we're looking forward to it. It is literally just around the corner. These next couple of months are going to go zipping by with the holidays, and then January's 30 days away. So
yeah, and I'm moved my daughter up to Washington at the end of December, early January. So there was like a week of me not being able to do anything RC related. So I will come back and be guns blazing.
There you go. That's how it works.
Yeah, that's usually how it works anyway. It's like I have a good build up of everything. Everything's lined up.
Sure. And
but then that last 2 weeks of January, it's just like people are reaching out to me. Hey, I want to do this. Hey, I want to do that. And so
exactly. Well, we're looking forward to it. 20th anniversary of the Arizona Electric Festival. It's February 2nd through the 4th in 2024. We'll mark that on your calendars. Come meet the Park Flyer Podcast guys and Shannon as well.
We'll sign autographs and
that's it.
Take pictures. $50 a picture, right?
There you go.
That's right. Or buy me a plane T-shirts.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
We'll fly for food. That's what I say.
We'll podcast for dinner.
I know, right? We'll podcast for dinner. So, all righty. Well, thank you very much for joining us tonight. We hope you get a hold of some really good Black Friday sales, and I guess we'll see you at the Jet Rally in a few days there, Shannon. But for the Park Flyer Podcast here, I'm Michael in Arizona.
I'm Jay from the hills of Texas.
And I'm Shannon G in Mesa, AZ.
And we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Let's fly.
You have been listening to the Park Flyer Podcast. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to your next visit. Please give our show a star rating and review, and feel free to email us your questions, topics, or suggestions to parkflyerpodcast@gmail.com.